Hi guys, this is Terry again from Aussie Diamond Painters, and welcome to my page. I just like to let you know that this is both Ever Moment and Diamond Art Club drillings, because I did the Ever Moment ones at home before I went on holidays, and I did some of the one it's called from Diamond Art Club while I was away. I'd also like to let you know that my Etsy store is open now for pens, diamond painting pens, and also my website is also up and going for diamond art kits if that's what you're interested in. That's about all I have to say at the moment. Enjoy the time lapse, and then it'll go into a normal drill with me when the time lapse finishes. I hope you enjoy what you see. If you could subscribe and give me a thumbs up, and also click the alarm button so that you receive notifications whenever I do a video or a live stream, which I'm looking at doing. Okay then, great talking to you, and I hope to talk to you again soon. Bye bye for now. Hi guys, this is Terry from Aussie Diamond Painters again. This video has been sort of a bit of a mishmash between Ever Moment and Diamond Art Club. I took this little Diamond Art Club to do while I was away. I got a little bit of it done, but not all of it. So I thought I would finish it off, as there's not, only a few hours, couple of hours to go in it. So this video is sort of, as I said, a mishmash between Ever Moment and Diamond Art Club. Let me get some. I should have been set up, but I wasn't. I had to set the table up and everything, and I completely forgot about drills 14. And this I don't know whether you can see it, but I'll just move it over here for you. This here with the 60 little canisters in the bag. I use it as a travel bag, or I've started to use it as a travel bag. It is fantastic as a travel bag. You don't have to worry about it. You can throw it around the room, put it anywhere, and it's fine. There was only one bad thing that happened to me with it, and that was my own fault. I opened it up upside down, so the canisters fell out. But it was easy enough to just, resort them and put them back in. As I said, I've been away. And I got home the other day, and I've just really been too tired to do much. 11 hours driving on my own home was certainly a long drive, and it certainly took a lot out of me. But it also took a lot out of my knees. I just have to make sure whenever I go up there again that I stop overnight on the way home, as well as going up. So that will fix that. I'll just stop at a place called Port Macquarie on the way up, and again on the way back. It's sort of around about halfway, so it's a good little spot. I have a girlfriend there who lives there, so not that I'd stay with her, but just a good halfway point. I could see her at the same time, so it would be good. Got her into diamond art while I was there. Actually showed her this one. She did a couple down the bottom here. Is it 4 or 5 or something down the bottom? And she loved the idea of it. She watched a few videos, not only of mine but of other people's, and she's ordered some off eBay so she could get them quick, and I think a couple from AliExpress. So I think we got another hooked person. I also gave her my YouTube address. I'm not sure whether she is going to join us on YouTube or not. I lost touch with Donna. She was in a bad accident and became paraplegic. When we were a lot younger, I knew her through primary school and stuff. We were good friends going through primary school. Our parents couldn't tell us apart. Whenever Mum came and picked up me from school, half the time she was actually talking to Donna and thinking it was me. So, and I was the same with Donna's mum. So I think, from around kindergarten that started. Of course, when we first started school. But I think it kept going until, I think we were talking about it while I was there. I think it was about second class when we started to look different, but both being blondes, and yeah, it was difficult to tell us apart. So, not that anybody believes that now, because we're so different. But yeah, at the time, before we started growing into ourselves, I suppose. But we used to play on it too. We used to have a bit of fun with our parents and that sort of thing, with it looking so much alike. The place I stayed at in Port Macquarie was fantastic. The only problem was my bag weighed a ton. I don't know why, but I don't know why it weighed a ton, but I had to carry it up and downstairs. That was the only downside to where I stayed in Port Macquarie. It was a lovely place, very clean and tidy, and the staff there were wonderful. and it was quiet, and I slept like a log, which is very unusual for me, being suffering from insomnia. So, and that's why I wouldn't stay with anyone, because I'm up and down all night, so makes it difficult. I find it difficult because I just sit in the bedroom with the light off when I'm awake, when I'm staying at other people's places. So I just find it difficult, and I feel uncomfortable. It's just one of them things. But it'll be good to see if Donna's still doing it when I go up again next year, because I'll definitely be going up to Byron Bay again next year. So I'll be popping into Port Macquarie where she lives, so I'll make plans to see her again while I'm there. I'll probably stay a couple of nights on the way up and a couple of nights on the way back in Port Macquarie. So anytime I can get away from Sydney and the hustle and bustle and all that sort of thing, I enjoy. So I would actually love to move out of Sydney, although it has everything, and my daughter's here, and that's and my parents, who are getting, you know, older and older. Them and Beck are the only things that are keeping me in Sydney, but Beck is also going to be moving to Queensland, or so she says. Whether it actually happens or not, I don't know, but if she decides to move up to Queensland, which is half, Byron Bay where I'm going is halfway between well, Port Macquarie is probably halfway between here and Brisbane, so I'd love to move out of the city, and Port Macquarie would be, I think, one of the good places to live, and then I wouldn't be far from Mum and Dad, sort of halfway between Mum and Dad and Beck, so that would work out quite well. And if I get, I'm trying to work from home, so if that comes through, it doesn't matter where I live then. So I'd have to come to Sydney occasionally, but it's not that. The drive to Sydney from Port Macquarie is getting better and better with better highways and all that sort of thing, so I don't think that would be a hardship at all, so just have to wait and see. But if we go somewhere where I'd be half and half, that'd be good. And then also Mum and Dad could come up for holidays in their van while they're still driving it, or I could come down and visit them. So oh dear, I don't know why I'm tired. I slept a lot of today, but my knees are really sore, so I'm not getting a solid sleep. Sitting in the car for 11 hours, my knees are still objecting to that. It's still a little bit painful, and oh dear. It's only when I come on here. I wasn't yawning before I turned the camera on. And no, it's not the company. I think it's nerves, because I'm not very good. I'm a pretty quiet person normally. I think it's just a nervous reaction. But hopefully I'll get over it one day in a million years. And And Byron Bay, where I stayed for a few days, is absolutely beautiful. It's the all the accommodations I had were absolutely beautiful. It's in amongst a rainforest. It's very quiet, peaceful. It has a swimming pool, and the swimming pool was about 30 degrees. They solar heat it, so it was actually warmer inside than it was outside on some days. I think, oh, excuse me. The only thing it didn't have was Wi-Fi, and I had a look on their site, and I should have just asked them at reception for Wi-Fi. I have over 100 videos to watch. So if I sound a little behind in what I say, that's why, and that's my excuse. Like the Dreamy Designs and Mrs. Coffee, she sent me a message after my last video that she no longer had anything to do with, or she wasn't an ambassador for Dreamer Designs anymore. But that one was recorded before I went on holiday, so and I still put it up because I hadn't known then. I do now. So going forward, anything to do with Dreamer Designs, Mrs. Coffee has no relationship with them from what I can understand. And from what I can understand, it's no great loss that we can't get them here as yet. I think they have a fair bit of work to do, not only on their canvases, but from what I've heard on their customer service as well. So as far as I'm concerned, the customer's always right. And if there's an issue, the worst thing you can do is denigrate those people or whatever, because, you know, one person can turn into thousands of people who won't buy because you treated that person badly. So, you know, 1,000 or more, you know, with the way social media is these days, it could be even more than that. So, you know, who won't buy because of what was said or done to a particular person that they know or they watch on YouTube, or, you know, they think is a very credible person. So I think, you know, the way they're treating people is certainly the wrong way to do it, from what I've heard. I think from what I've only heard of, one person being offered a refund for their kit. I haven't heard of any more, but as I say, I have 100 videos to watch. I think it's 107 actually. That's how far behind I am, because I didn't download and watch any while I was away because I didn't realise that there was Wi-Fi there. So the only time I was online was when I was using my data, or I was in town having a pub lunch, or you know, some of the big shopping centres have Wi-Fi. So as I was walking through the shopping centre, I turned it on and was downloading while I was walking around. But as you know, people would be aware, especially in Australia, I don't know what it's like in America, but if you're getting free Wi-Fi from a shopping centre, the download speed isn't particularly high, so I wasn't getting that many, and I wasn't sort of going out of my way to download them either, because the speed was so slow. Like if I had to go into a shopping centre, I'd connect to their Wi-Fi, but I only might get, you know, one short video downloaded during the time I'm walking around getting what I need. So yeah, I must say though, I missed listening to you guys, people who put out videos, and that's one thing I like doing when I'm diamond painting or scratch arting or whatever I'm doing. Even just sitting, you know, sitting around. I did get to read a little bit as well, which I enjoyed. I find that relaxing as well. But the main thing I did was just relax. I just needed some anti-stress time. Work is pretty stressful at the moment. If you can hear noise in the background, that's my daughter's boyfriend. He's playing silly buggers. I usually have my bedroom door closed when I do these, but it's quite warm this evening, and it's the only way I get a bit of aircon is if I leave my bedroom door open. Yeah, so when I wake up in the morning, there's what did they call them? They were former turkey, but wild turkey or something like that, which reminded me of alcohol, but anyway. Wild turkeys walking around and gobbling around, as they do. They didn't wake me up, because I had the door shut while I was asleep. But this place was just so nice. It's not a 5-star place by any stretch of the imagination. It was I don't know what star value you'd give on it, but especially for one person or two people, the size of the one I got was great. Mine was just a 1-bedroom studio cabin, but there were others that were 2-bedroom, fully set up for disabled people. Like the ramps everywhere, even in the swimming pool. There was ramps in the swimming pool to get in and out of. It sort of swirled around the side of the pool and, you know, lead it to the shallow end, which was good. And you know, all the stuff you need in the bathroom, with the shower and, you know, being able to take the shower off and you know, take it off the wall and use it that way. And what do you call them when on the wall, the steel things on the wall that you can hang on to? I can't remember what they're called, but they're all in the shower and around the toilet and things like that. The whole place is paved. It'd be pretty rough with a wheelchair to get in and out of the cabin, in as like it's rough terrain. It's all on the ground, you know. It's all on the ground floor, of course. But easy for disabled people to use, I think. My mother's not in a wheelchair or anything, but she's getting on with age, and I wouldn't have a, you know, second hesitation to take her to a place like that. No stairs, easy to get in and out of the pool. You know, everything's there for them. Yeah, so you go to bed at night and there's birds singing. You wake up in the morning and there's birds singing. But if you close it's got a glass door. If you close that and pull the curtain, I mean, I didn't anyway. I didn't hear anything. But once I got up in the morning and opened the door, you have it an enclosed veranda that's fully enclosed, as long as you keep the fully enclosed with screen, not with glass or anything, so the insects can't get in. Yeah, it was very comfortable and clean. Except for, of course, the stuff outside. They did have a lot of rain, so you had that dirty, dusty stuff that I just wiped off the tables. So all you needed for that was, just a cloth and a bit of water, and Bob's your uncle, so to speak. Yeah, so, and where I was staying, you just walked out the door and up a little walkway, and there's my car. Still outside, right in front of my cabin. And if I turned, sort of went diagonal slightly and kept walking, there was a swimming pool, so I'd have a swim each day, at least one. I notice I'm still having problems actually swimming, doing freestyle swimming. I used to be a really good swimmer in my younger days, but because of my shoulder, I can't do freestyle. So, and breaststroke hurt my shoulder a bit, but I mean, I think if I pushed myself, don't know whether I'd be able to do freestyle again, but until I got it fixed. But oh God, he's singing. But certainly would be able to do breaststroke properly again, I think, with a lot of practice and pain. But yeah, and it was only like 5 or 10 minutes to Byron Bay Centre. The seafood was yum-o. As I'm a seafood fanatic, I had I just went and got the first day I was there, I got a half a kilo of prawns and a dozen oysters. And the first night I had the oysters, and about an hour and a half later I had a prawn sandwich. And then I didn't have it for lunch. Didn't have any prawns for lunch. What did I do for lunch? I think I had a steak sandwich because I just wanted some red meat. Hadn't had red meat for a while. Because I eat a lot of chicken and fish and that, but I just had craving for red meat for some reason. So I went and got a steak sandwich at the local pub, which was nice. And so I enjoyed that. That was really nice. And then I had a prawn sambo for dinner, and that was the end of the sambos. And they even have things like I don't know what you call them over there, but they're like they're in a black container out in the middle of the forest, and that's where you can put stuff that worms will eat, like a worm farm thing, feeds the worms, and which helps the the land. So the guy who owns it, Phil, he's only owned it for 3 years, I think he said. But I think it must have been pretty run down before he got it. From the photos he showed me, he's quite friendly, very friendly. From the photos he showed me, he's done a lot of work on it to build it back up. And oh God, he's going off his brain up there. He's only mucking around though. He can be a bit of an idiot. He's bipolar, so he goes from one thing to another, but at the moment is in a fantastic mood and mucks around and plays around. But anyway, where was I? I can't remember what I was saying now. Yeah, so I got rid of the prawns, and in the cabins there was wasn't a full kitchen, but it had a cooker, fry pans and cutlery and cups and plates, knives and forks. Yeah, just a sec. Yes, it is locked. I'm recording. They come in without locking the front door, but I always check it anyway. But he's just making sure it's locked. Can't remember where I was then. Oh yeah, Phil. Yeah, he seems like a nice enough bloke, but from the photos he was showing me, he's had a lot of work to do. I didn't realise how much it costs to run a place like that. I mean, he said it costs him $45,000 a year just to open the doors, like in land tax that he has to pay each year. I mean, that's exorbitant. Help the small businessman. I mean, God, that just seems like a lot. Maybe when he builds it up a bit, slowly take it up, but I mean, gee whiz, the guy's trying to, you know, start a business and bringing money to the town and all that sort of thing, so give him a bit of a break. But yeah, it's fairly expensive, but I suppose that's how the world turns. Yeah, out the back of this place, it's about a 10-minute walk to the beach. Through the rainforest, and that was a beautiful beach. Oh, and it's pet friendly, so if you wanted to, you could take your fur babies with you, which is good. I was thinking about taking my buddy when I go, because I'm definitely going to go next year, about the same time next year, because it's out of school holidays, so you don't have the, you know, kids running around and that sort of thing. And it's still summer, but it's not extraordinarily hot. When I was there, I set myself up in the on the veranda. There was a table and chairs there, so The only problem was the lighting. I might take a lamp with me next time, so I've got a bit of lighting at night. The light pad was lighting up the painting, but you know, everything else was a little bit difficult. Yeah, I really enjoyed it though. It was great. It was quiet, it was peaceful. Just went on with my business. Phil was nice to chat to whenever I saw him, like, you know, around the pool, or, you know, when I checked in, and all that sort of thing. So that was good. But anybody from overseas or from Australia, I'd certainly recommend this place to them. I mean, it might not be everybody's cup of tea, but I'm not very demanding. Like, I live in my bedroom. Anything bigger than my bedroom's got to be good. But yeah, I'm not the type of person that needs 5-star. I mean, I like going away. I like going and seeing things, like I did this time as well. I'll tell you about that in a minute. But I don't need all the comforts of home. Like, I have a dishwasher at home, but I washed up there, but it was only me, so there wasn't much. And if I actually cooked any decent food, I'd chuck it on the barbecue that's in the common area, rather than cooking it in the little unit, or the cabin. But if it was something you just chuck in a saucepan, or yeah, something like spaghetti bolognese, or beef stroganoff, or something like that, I'd do that in the little kitchen, or the little kitchenette. It has 2 burners, so that's all you need for spaghetti bowl and beef stroganoff, or, you know, a chicken one, whatever. Okay. I had a really good time. I did go and have a look at some places around there, some little towns that were around Byron. I enjoyed that as well. Byron is sort of like a hippie town, I suppose you could say. A lot of backpackers go there. It's very busy in the centre of town, extraordinarily so. As I say, a lot of backpackers seem to head there for the beach and, you know, that sort of thing, and sort of the laid back lifestyle that they have there. But if you stay in something like this rainforest, you've got all the comforts of home, you know, with a lot of quiet, and you drive to where the noise is, or where the people are. Like, if I wanted to go out on, you know, on a Friday or Saturday night, which I don't, I'm getting too old for that sort of thing. Yeah, it's only 10 to 15 minute drive. They have Uber and taxis, or cabs as you call them, there. So you could always, like, if you wanted to drink, not that I drink, but if you wanted to drink, I'd suggest just using one of those. It's only, you know, 10 or 15 minute drive home. Wouldn't cost that much in an Uber or a cab, so so that's good. This painting's just sitting on top of my Ever Moment painting. So it's only little, not going to hurt it. When I finish this one, I'll go back to the Ever Moment one again. I suppose I will. Yeah, even now, like I'm home, I'm looking forward to going back. Oh yeah, one of the little towns. I'll tell you a little bit about one of the little towns I went and visited. It was... I'm not very good with length. Well, it would be no more than a half a kilometre along the main street with where the shops are. They had a lot of homeware shops, art galleries. They certainly had no diamond painting or scratch art, which is what I'm into at the moment. There was a handmade jewellery shop there, but I couldn't find it. There was only a sign for it, so whether it's still in business or not, I don't know. But I was dreaming of getting a shop there, and having diamond art kits or diamond painting kits and other crafty stuff, having a bit of wool maybe, but mainly diamond art, diamond kits, diamond painting kits, like the ones that I'm slowly going to be putting on my website. You'd go from budget ones that cost you $10 to the ones I'm getting made or starting to get made soon, which is very exciting. That are the more top of the range type, Ever Moment type ones. Not Diamond Art Club, definitely. I couldn't even... Maybe I'll move to that when I've got a bit of money behind me, but at the moment just good quality kits that that I'll store here and send out, so that Australians will get them within, I'll post them out within 2 or 3 working days, and depending on where they live as to how long it takes for them to get it. So certainly a lot shorter than the 2 or 3 months that it takes now. But that's slowly coming into production, and I'm only going to keep on site here ones that I feel are the correct sizing for each diamond painting that I'm getting done. And then if you want a different size, it'll take a few weeks to get it. But yeah, it's starting to get exciting now. I actually just bought a few, not a few, probably nearly 100 from eBay that I'm going to slowly put onto my Etsy store with the pens. I thought that might be another income stream for Wendy. So I'll just keep doing that until something happens, like she doesn't need the money anymore or whatever. They get themselves a little bit under control. But the Etsy store address is in the description down the bottom of the page, and so is my website, where the stuff that's there now will slowly change to my new stuff. Whatever I've got in stock will stay there, of course, until it's sold, and the new stuff will slowly be coming in. But I'll also have some like $10 kits there as well for people who don't want to get the more expensive ones, or just want partials or whatever. I'm also trying to figure out, and if somebody can tell me who has a Shopify store, I'd like to be able to offer lay-bys that last for 2 months. Like if you haven't paid for it within 2 months, I'll give you a refund, and the stock would go back into stock. The kit would go back into stock, because I couldn't hold them forever. I don't have the room. Yeah, so I'd like to try, and if anybody's got a Shopify store, if you know anybody or know anybody that has one, and it has a lay-by thing, if you could let me know. I think that's just another stream to try and help people so that they can do diamond painting. You know, pay $10 a week or something towards a kit, and in a few weeks you'd have a kit, whether it's a budget kit or a more expensive kit. I was also thinking, and I don't know whether this can happen or not, I haven't even spoken to them yet, so maybe I shouldn't even say, but because I love Diamond Art Club as much as I do, whether I could do the same for Diamond Art Club kits, like, you know, make a lay-by system for theirs, with just a little commission to me, like a 5% handling commission or something, and then when they when they have enough money for the kit and the postage, etc., it would just automatically be ordered for them and sent direct to them. So I'd only be sort of like I don't know what you'd call it, a mediator, I suppose, between the two. I don't even know if they would do that, but I'm certainly, in a month or so, I'll contact them, and that's if I can find out a lay-by system through Shopify or something. I would have a page for Diamond Art Club, and just building ordering system for the diamond art. Just so they can lay by it. I would keep the money until they had enough, and then I would order it and have it shipped direct to them. I think that'd be good. Because Diamond Art Club, as you can see, they are such good paintings. You get such good customer service. I made one mistake with them, yeah, so maybe they won't go for this. But as I say, they have great paintings. There's a lot of paintings in Diamond Art Club presently that aren't my cup of tea. I like these sort of paintings. I don't like the ones with the black lines in them. But 95% of the world's population do like them. So that's why they do them, because they keep selling them. But they're just not my cup of tea. I like... I said in one video that I don't like the cartoony style ones. But I do really. It's just the... I've never been into like lead light look paintings, which a lot of them in Diamond Art Club are. I've had a few Diamond Art Clubs and I've got another 2 on the way. I've picked ones really that don't have those black lines, because they're just not my cup of tea. A lot of people like them, but they're just not to my liking. It's just not my taste. So I stick to the other ones, but the quality of all of them are fantastic, and the quality, if I can say, is only getting better. That's just in my opinion. I've noticed a few things that have gotten better with them, even to shipping. Shipping now is quicker than it was when I got my first one, shipping to Australia. So yeah. So I'm hoping they'll allow me to do this. But as I say, it's totally up to them, and I would have nothing to do with it except the actual, well, I suppose I'm purchasing the kit, but the kit would be sent directly to the person who ordered it from my site. So I could get the pictures from their site. I don't care if they have the Diamond Art Club logo on them, because I'm not trying to copy them. I'm actually using them to buy the pictures or the kits, but just giving people a helping hand so that they can purchase one and one every now and then, so that they can lay by one and pay $5 or $10 a week over a 2-month period. Well, I suppose with the Diamond Art Clubs it wouldn't matter how long it took them to pay it, because I'm not holding the stock. Now, if their stock changes over the lay-by period for Diamond Art Club, I would go and try and order it for them. If I couldn't get that particular one, I would then go back to the people and say, hey, this one's out of stock, or they're not making this one anymore. Is there another one that you would like to replace it? Now, if they're just out of stock, it's usually a couple of months before they come back into stock. So you either purchase another one, or just wait until it's back in stock, and then we'd order it then, or sort of set up a back order, so that with Diamond Art Club, so I don't have the money anymore. The money would have gone to Diamond Art Club, but it would be on a back order system where as soon as it comes back into stock, they could get it. Anyway, that's just something I'm thinking about. Just trying to help people that can't afford the Diamond Art Club, only because they are really good, and they're customer service is fantastic. They care, or they seem to care. So yeah. Anyway, I'm totally off the track. Yeah, so I'd like to open a little store with a, this is a dream. It probably never happened. Got too many bills to pay off first, and I never seem to get them paid off. But yeah, open a little shop, or even have it, go up there and rent somewhere and have it in the front yard of what I rent, or I don't know, but yeah, that little town would be perfect spot. It's quiet. It's I'd say the rents would be fairly cheap. Foot traffic seemed to be fairly high, especially in off season, like it was when I was there. Kids are back at school. Most people have already had their holidays, and the foot traffic was still quite high. And you have the grey nomads, as we call them, people who travel around in caravans. They would go there all year round because the temperature's good. Just excuse me for a sec while I get a drink. I'm just about. Bleh. And legally, I think there would be a few hoops that I'd have to jump through, as in criminal checks, make sure I don't steal your money, and trust account, which is probably what it would be. It'd be a trust account of some description that I would hold the money in. So I'd have to go and check all this out before I even started. But the first thing I'd do is contact Diamond Art Club, to get a yes or no as to whether they would allow me to do it or not with their paintings. I can understand if they don't want to do it. But I also think it'd be another sort of income for them, from people who couldn't afford to buy a Diamond Art Club to actually get one. So yeah. Also in the future, I've said before, I'd like to start lives. The first couple will only be test lives, to see how my internet goes. If there's any issues there, I will contact my supplier and see if I can get any, like high speed. The problem is the internet is very slow here in Australia, especially where I live, in Sydney. So it will be a task, I think, to try and get better speed, but we will see. Ah dear. Don't even know how long I've been on for. Oh my goodness, I've been jibber jabbering for 55 minutes. So I think it's about time I jibber jabbered my way out of here. And if you would like to subscribe, please do. If you would like to comment, please do. And I would ask you to like this video, subscribe, and press the alarm bell so that you can get notification whenever a video goes up or I'm doing a live. So that's it, and I hope to get another video up soon, which will be again a time lapse for this. I'd say I'd be nearly finished it by the time the time lapses are done, and then when I do my drill with me, I'll go over what my thoughts on this painting were, which I can probably tell you now it's very good. You can see the rose. That's what I was concerned about, whether you could see the definition of the rose, and you can. I'm very into red, that's my favourite colour, so that's probably why I picked this one. When I move in August, my lounge room will probably be red and white, as it usually is. So yeah, white lounges with red, or cream lounges with red cushions and something like that. So yeah, I hope to get to talk to you soon, and sparkle through your day. Have a great day, night, morning. Enjoy your diamond painting, or your drilling as some people call it, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye for now.